Yeah, I don't have my normal setup, so this is just me talking about how I'm excited about Michael Bay returning to the Transformers franchise, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I think it's just a brilliant idea to bring him back. Number one, I think there's a ton of nostalgia out there for Transformers. I think the original Transformers movie that came out in 2007, and you can even look at Transformers Revenge of the Fallen 2009, and even Dark of the Moon 2011, I think it is now hitting a nostalgic cycle. I talk about nostalgia cycles a lot. It's when it's that first nostalgic cycle. Obviously, people that watch those movies in theaters like me in 2007 are immensely nostalgic for that first movie. And it is going up on, by the time this movie comes out, it'll be over 20 years since that first movie came out. Now, granted, he did the Mark Wahlberg movies. You know, Rise of the Beast still had his style, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure he was still got a producer credit on that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not overlooking Transformers 1, the animated movie. I think that the animated movies, I hope they continue to do animated stuff. But I am excited about this, man. I think that if you're a Transformers fan and you like those movies, this should be an exciting time. I've been hearing a lot of discourse online. Not a lot of people are excited. And maybe I'm the only one, but I'm hyped. I'm hyped to have him back. And so my number one reason is it's hitting that nostalgic cycle. It's hitting that 20 year. And again, I'm talking that first movie to kind of come back and just bring in Michael Bay, man. It creates so many memories. I mean, people have turned it into a meme of like how the Michael Bay Transformers movie ends, where it cuts to the end credits and a Linkin Park song plays. There's that built-in nostalgia for it. And I'm excited to see more of that on the screen. And I hope he takes it in an interesting and new direction, and we'll see what he does with it. But I think he's earned the right, at least for me. Again, I'm a fan of these movies. I don't think all of them are like fantastic movies, but I think they're fun summer blockbuster big movies. I stand by the first Transformers. I think is an incredible summer blockbuster. I love that movie. I think Revenge of the Fallen works for the most part until they get to the desert and stuff. And then I think that Dark of the Moon works once they get past that first act. I think the rest of that movie from the midpoint on is like fantastic. Me personally, that's just my opinion. And I want to see that. I want to see what Michael Bay can do with it. Number two, these movies need to feel like a true event again. Rise of the Beast just kind of, and even the Last Night, they didn't have that same juice. You know, even Mark Wahlberg one, it didn't have that same juice as those original 3 films. You know, again, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon. They had like those movies felt like true event films, event spectacles, and that's something that Michael Bay can do as a director. And I think we got to start putting some more respect on Michael Bay's name. Like, look, dude, I know he's made some bad movies. He'll agree he's made some bad movies, but he's made some absolute classics as well, man, and movies that look beautiful. And number 3, the new formats, the new premium formats. We need to see a new Michael Bay Transformers movie in some of these new formats. And by the time this movie actually comes out, there could be a whole new format. I would love to see a brand new format come out that coincides with the release of the next Michael Bay Transformers movie. I think that it could happen. Michael Bay loves to use different technology, loves to use different things. And even if you don't like the movies, you got to admit the guy can film some really fun sequences. And I think that would play really well into like a 4DX screening if you're into that type of thing. The ScreenX screening. You know, we got Dolby Cinema, we got IMAX already. But I do think that there's going to be even more formats to see this movie in. And to go back to what I was saying about making it feel like a true event film again, I think that could happen. I definitely think the movie industry is going to have to continue to find ways to get people into the seats with really immersive, incredible experiences, cutting-edge technology experiences. And I could even see some specialty theaters coming out and like just being like, all right, we're going to show this at this thing. You know what I mean? Think about the Sphere in Las Vegas, right? A special evening of Transformers there. I mean, that's where the industry is headed. And I definitely think a movie like Transformers, which is this larger than life thing. I mean, I just love the imagery of it. I love the way, you know, Optimus, Bumblebee, I love all this stuff, man. Megatron. So to be able to bring that back and to maybe have new design for the Transformers and new technology. Remember how iconic it was when the first Transformer transformed and the sound and the way that looked in the first movie? We were all blown away. We hadn't seen anything like that. He could do something like that again. You know what I'm saying? The template is there, but he could do something like that again with some new technology, sound design, whatever. 4DX screening. It's almost like a theme park ride, which would go perfectly. You know, they already do that stuff at Universal Studios Orlando with the Transformers ride in Hollywood and all that stuff. So I could definitely see this being this immersive experience, and it just seems like that type of movie that could happen with Michael Bay's Transformers. I don't know, man. I'm just going to be honest. I'm super hyped for it. Yes, it could be the nostalgia. Yes, it could be because I think these movies are better than they actually were because of that nostalgia. But I do remember being in the theater for these movies and having a blast, especially that first one. Maybe I'm thinking too much about the first one. I'm forgetting about the ones that didn't work. But I'm telling you, I really think with Michael Bay stepping away from it for a little while, doing other things, coming back with a fresh perspective, coming back with a new way of looking at this franchise. He could reinvigorate this franchise, man, for fans, and he could just make this something special. Again, I know there's a lot of fans for the Transformers 1 animated film, and I know y'all are bummed about it, but I do think there's space to have some animated movies and the Michael Bay verse as well. I don't know, man. I'm just hyped for it. Let me know if you are in the comments below. I definitely want to hear from you. And if you do disagree, let me just be gentle, man. Just be gentle. Let me know why you disagree. Let's have an actual conversation about it. But I'm hyped. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.